Hey traders, TG Watkins here. So I wanted to kind of cover a couple things, and I think silver is an interesting one to look at. But what I want to get at first is if we look at typical patterns, a lot of times what I see is when price comes up to a previous all-time high, a lot of times they don't just keep pushing through. What they'll do is they'll back off, kind of take some time, build up some strength, and then push through. And so I take that, and then I think I look at silver because I had a lot of questions about silver today, and silver's looking great, isn't it? And there's of course there's always the possibility that this thing is just going to keep pushing up through here. But silver is, I think it has a history of being highly manipulated by JP Morgan and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to see how this actually ends up playing out. But, if you're long silver, I think generally the overall pattern, everything looks like it's going to go higher. But if it does not go higher right here, right now, then I would just say be prepared that it pulls back, finds some support, and then goes up later. So if you guys are trading options, you might need to take this into account in case it's not ready to go right now. Buy yourself enough time, that kind of thing. Or if it doesn't work, try again later. But that's something to be prepared for. The bigger picture of silver does overall look great. I mean, it really does. You can see here, that looks like a pretty nice flag to me, and even here on the weekly chart and through here. But I just don't know if after having this multi-week run up, if it's just going to keep pushing as opposed to run up, pull back, regain some strength, and then go. So kind of be prepared for the if then this then that situation. The other thing I'm looking at is I want to show you, let's look at just Amazon for an example, because I'm looking at this and we have been expecting a pullback in the market, which we are now getting. So that's great. We're getting what we wanted. And you can see the reason is because kind of that situation I just showed you on silver, you got price coming up here to a previous all-time high, and it's just not going to keep going through like that, right? So it came up here, it pulled back, and now we're going to see if it can regain some strength and then move up like that. And this is something I want to be looking out for. Now, as I was doing this, it kind of occurred to me, I was like, well, this could be a problem. What if, this 50 and the 200 is pretty narrow, and what if this is actually a fake out and it's going to do this and actually goes lower like that? So I thought, okay, well, let me go back and let's look at some longer time frame scenarios. And what I did is here is Amazon going back 15 years. And if we look at this and we look at other areas where there were some really nice trends, just want to show you that, yeah, a lot of times there have been areas where the 50 and the 200 get pretty close to each other. And then as long as they prove themselves to the upside, then it resumes its uptrend. I think part of the reason is that this happens is price and the near-term moving average gets too far from the further out moving average, the longer term moving average. And so it becomes a little bit stretched and it needs to come back and redo itself. And you can see anytime it gets a little bit too far, it comes back and redoes it. And then if we move over a little bit, we can kind of see in through here, right there we had the 50 and the 200 get pretty close and then finally moved up. And then, 2020, that was a whole different thing. And so that's why I look at this and say, once again, yeah, here's the moving average too far from the other one, and what to do? Pull back. And we probably got price and moving average too far from the other one, and what do we do? Pull back. And so now we're in this situation where if over the next few weeks, and I know we have the elections coming up, and so this is probably going to be another thing that might stifle the market because the uncertainty, the big players are probably not going to really be committing to anything, and with the uncertainty of the election coming up, so maybe after the election we'll see if these things can really move. But this pullback into generally what I would view as support, I think is going to be good. We just have to kind of wait and see if this thing is actually going to work and when it's going to work. So I don't know, we're going to have to wait for a month for this, or can we start building a base and actually move up ahead of the election? We'll find out. All right guys, thanks again. We'll see you at the next one.
Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.